Good morning, friends. On behalf of the keepers of the Great Grove CUUPs Chapter, I want to welcome you all to worship with the Universalist Unitarian Church of Peoria. Today, our service is in recognition of Litha, a name which is given by some earth-based traditions to the time of the summer solstice, which officially occurred this past Friday. At Litha, we mark the longest day of the year, and we celebrate the power and energy of the sun, which is the source of warmth and light around the world. My name is Regina Stanley, and I have the pleasure of serving as the membership coordinator with this congregation. This is a beloved community striving to live its mission of embracing freedom, loving wholeheartedly, growing in mind, body, and spirit, and adding to the healing of the world. We welcome people of all ethnicities and races, sexual orientation and gender identities, social and economic situations, abilities, and politics. We advocate for human rights, and we strive to be good stewards of our earth. In living our mission, we recognize the network of relationships of which we are a part. Let us name this is the ancestral home of the Peoria people. They and other nations were here long before the first European settlers came down the Illinois River. We honor the Peoria people for who they were and for who they are today. Thank you for joining us in person and online. It is an act of courage to seek connection and larger purpose in this age. We welcome you. If you are new, please help us get to know you. Stay for visiting in the Zoom room after service. Or if you're here in person, we'll have coffee and connection in Fellowship Hall. If you are not physically in the sanctuary with us this morning, you may want to take a moment and locate a small rock or totem that fits nicely in the palm of your hand. We'll be working with a physical touchstone later in the worship. Today's worship is for all ages. We are all welcome here in whatever way it is that we arrive. Childcare is available in the nursery if that works better for you. Now, please be sure to turn your devices to worship mode, either silent or vibrate. See the graphic on the slide for help, or ask a neighbor in the sanctuary for help. Now, a few brief announcements. Tuesday, June 24th, the UU Can't Ban My Books Book Club kicks off on Zoom at 6:30. Read or listen to All Boys Aren't Blue, a memoir manifesto by George Johnson, and join us for a lively discussion. Next Friday, starting at 5, is Something on a Stick cookout. Bring a side to share and come play with your UU family. Saturday, July 19th is River City Pride, and UUCP is looking for folks to staff our table. See me if you would like to take a shift. We're also looking for donations for supplies. Also, we are going to be in the West Peoria 4th of July parade, which is new for us this year. So I am looking for help, looking for creative minds. We're going to have a float. We've got a trailer secured. So we're going to have a float. So I'm looking for people to help design that and for people to walk with us in the parade. Finally, the Great UUCP Rummage Sale is coming August 1st and 2nd. Drop off your donations now in the designated room off of the RE Commons. And now let us begin to set the mood. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in this chant. We will play the rhythm all the way through one time and then chant together 3 times.
We're going to sing it through one time. A cappella, no drums to confuse me. We'll play the rhythm through one time completely, and then we'll sing it 3 times, and then we'll play the rhythm 2 more times just to close out. Okay, so join in. We have the words up there. This is just a practice run through for the first time, and then once we start drumming, everybody can sing. So. We're going to play and sing today is going to be Rise with the Fire by Starhawk. We can rise with the fire of freedom. Truth is the fire that burns our chains. We can stop the fire of destruction. Healing is the fire running through our veins. We can rise with the fire of freedom. Truth is the fire that burns our chains. We can stop the fire of destruction. Healing is the fire running through our veins. We can rise with the fire of freedom. Truth is the fire that burns our chains. We can stop the fire of destruction. Healing is the fire running through our veins. We can rise with the fire of freedom. Truth is the fire that burns our chains. We can stop the fire of destruction. Healing is the fire running through our veins.
I am Dave Grebner, and this is a poem I wrote and will share for our opening words. Emerald Willow. Some days I seek to be the emerald willow, rooted in mother, reaching up for father, becoming stronger with each bending in the breeze, bowing to the wisdom of the moment, the joy of ruffling leaves, the moment of no separation, when me and not me become forever flow. I invite Gary Chatham up to light the chalice.
Good morning. Just a few words first. This is a poem by Allison Ehrman called Midsummer. Bring in the light, bring in the laughter, gather the love, gather the yearning, gather the games, gather the children, bring them all in, for they nourish our souls.
Thank you, Gary. Let us take a moment to acknowledge our gratitude for this church. One of the ways we express that gratitude is through our offering. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. May our offering help us practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation. We also send part of what we receive out into the world when we share the plate with a different community organization each month. This month, the recipient is Look, It's My Book. They provide 7 books per year to Peoria and Peoria Heights school children in K through 4th grades. As the plates pass, you can add your contribution. Use an envelope to indicate if your offering is part of your pledge or if you wish to direct it in some other way. During our music for meditation, after the plates have gone by, all are invited to add your own small flame to the others up front. It may be one of love, of hope, of sorrow, of remembrance, of whatever is in your heart. If you are at home, feel free to light your own flame or simply let these candles be for you. These collective flames acknowledge each week that though situations in our lives vary, our shared light provides a beacon to illuminate our path. Will the ushers please come forward? Now it's time to share the joys and concerns of the congregation. I would like to start with wishing Connor McManus a happy 27th birthday. There are cupcakes in Fellowship Hall after service in honor of his birthday. Also, our own Reverend Jennifer Innes, who is currently, she is, on her summer sabbatical, but this week she is at our General Assembly of UUs in Baltimore, Maryland, with her husband, Patrick Price. And I noticed on the Facebooks yesterday that it is their anniversary. So I just want to wish them a very happy anniversary. And turning to our larger world, I am going to read this statement from the Universalist Unitarian Association. The Unitarian Universalist Association condemns U.S. military involvement in the expanding conflict between Israel and Iran. The involvement of the United States will only escalate a deepening crisis of war in the region, lead to an even greater loss of life, and prevent diplomatic resolution to the region's geopolitical challenges. Unitarian Universalists will continue to work for a world where our shared values of pluralism and interdependence are realized, and where the inherent dignity and worthiness of all people are recognized. And now please join me in a moment of quiet while we reflect on the joys, sorrows, names, and milestones that remain in our hearts and are unspoken. Amen. Salam. Blessed be. Now, I hand the service over to our new board member, Tony Huerta.
Good morning, everyone. On this very sunny morning, I'm wearing a lot of layers. So if you excuse me. Delicious. No ice. In a moment, we will begin our Litha ceremony by declaring sacred space. For us, witches, pagans, and other Wiccans, this involves what we call casting a circle, a quick ceremonial blessing and cleansing of our immediate surroundings. But by virtue of being in fellowship with you in this sanctuary, we declare that that work is already accomplished. Next, members of our group will invite the spiritual aspects of the four quarters to aid us in our celebration. There will be a short invocation spoken to each of the cardinal directions, to the east, the south, the west, and the north, welcoming in the qualities of the classical elements of air, fire, water, and earth. At the end of each will be a callback, an opportunity for everyone here to join in. As each direction is called, you will hear the words end with, "We welcome you." If you so choose, please join us by repeating back, "We welcome you." We then ask for the spiritual presence of Goddess and God, principles of divine feminine and masculine energy that work through us and to whom we credit and thank for all that we are given in life. We will also ask for the spiritual presence of the revealer, an expression of the divine that both encompasses and goes beyond the male-female binary. And we will also invite the presence of our ancestors to share this celebration with us. As we reach the conclusion of the ceremony, we will say words of thanks to the divine principles, release the energies of the four directions. Again, there will be a callback as we address north, west, south, and east, this time with the parting words, "Be with us always." Please feel free to join us by repeating back, "Be with us always." And finally, with some finishing words, our presentation will be concluded. Will the quarter callers now rise and take their places? These words are "To the Four Directions" by Joan Goodwin. Let us begin.
East, spirit of air, of morning and springtime. Be with us as the sun rises in times of beginning and times of planting. Inspire us with the fresh breath of courage as we go forth into new adventures. We welcome you.
We welcome you.
Spirit of the South, spirit of fire, of noontime and summer, be with us through the heat of day and help us to be ever growing. Warm us with strength and energy for the work that awaits us. We welcome you.
We welcome you.
Spirit of the West, spirit of water, of evening and autumn, be with us as the sun sets and help us to enjoy a rich harvest. Follow through us with a cooling, healing, quietness, and bring us peace. We welcome you.
We welcome you.
Spirit of the North, spirit of earth, of nighttime and winter, be with us in the darkness, in the time of gestation. We welcome you.
We welcome you. A lot of pages up here. By the raising of one hand, I call upon the presence of Mother Goddess, born only of herself. From her we proceed, and unto her we will, in due time, return. Great Mother, be with us now. By the raising of my other hand, I call upon the presence of Father God. Lord of the dance of life, it is in following you that we turn the wheel of the year. Divine Father, be with us now. I draw my hands together, and in doing so, these two forces become one, yet are greater than the sum of their parts. Bright revealer, keeper of those mysteries beyond any name or form or construct of gender, be with us now. I place my hands upon my heart, and I welcome the voices of the ancestors to this circle. Forebearers of our lineages, pioneers of our vocations and personal callings, walk with us, sing with us, share our circle once again. Beloved ones, be with us now. So mote it be. And now I invite Joe Lakota to share a story with us.
Where do we go from here? I received a gift recently from someone in the congregation. I named the gift Hololeo, which in Hawaiian means riding horses. Hololea, high bird. And I rode that horse to church today. So, such generous gifts. This is part of many cultures in the world, an integral part of life and worldview, a spirit of generosity, not an isolated act, but what holds the community together and makes it healthy. In Lakota, we call it Wekan Tugnaka, which Wekan is holy. And Naka is like Maka, a Mother Earth. So holy earth. So we treat our community, our ancestors, and the natural world, of which, no matter what our imaginings, we are a part of. We treat those with respect and sacredness. So obviously the paradigms that we have been brought to in how we should see the world, and the technology and the media and the messages, these paradigms are not going to serve us if we want to get to a new land, to a land of the beloved. So we have to see things differently. And it takes great sacrifice to do that. I'm going to tell a story that probably most of you have heard. I was milling over stories that I know, and I thought, this is the one for now. So you may know it, but hear it again. And it's, I don't know what tribe it's attributed to, but it's the story of Jumping Mouse. How many of you know that story? Jumping Mouse? Yeah. So there was a little mouse that lived in the brush with other little mice. They had a good little life. They spent the day foraging for seeds and eating. And at night, they would gather and tell stories. Stories about the desert that lie beyond the brush, about the shadows in the sky that were to be feared, and this made little mouse tremble. And they also told tales of a far-off land. Mostly little mouse liked the stories of the far-off land. And little mouse woke one morning and he heard a roaring in his ears. He didn't know it, but was the roaring of the great river that was not so far away. And along with the roaring came dreams of the far-off land. And he went to his elders and he told them about this roaring and about these dreams. And they said, oh, they'll go away. Don't think about it. Don't bother with it. Just keep working. Keep gathering the seeds. But it wouldn't leave him alone. And being compelled one morning before the sun came up, little mouse went out and he started his journey. And he moved quickly from one brush to the next so that he would be safe from the shadows in the sky. And gradually he came into a bush and he was going to rest a minute. He only rested when he was totally exhausted. So he went into this little bush and there was a plump old mouse in this bush. And the plump old mouse says, oh, welcome. And little mouse said, oh, I just need a place to rest. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the faraway land. Oh, come in, said the old mouse. He said, you can stay here as long as you like. Why, you can stay here forever. Everything you need is here. Plenty of berries, water, a stream nearby. You might as well stay. And it's not safe to go farther. It's very dangerous, very precarious. So little mouse got into the routine of eating the berries and sleeping and eating the berries and sleeping. And one day he went to the nearby little stream to get a drink, and he looked at his reflection and he realized that what he was looking at was not the old plump mouse, but himself. Oh, I can't imagine a life where I don't see the far-off land. So little mouse said, I must go. And he looked at the creek, and the old mouse had told him that it was safe there because if you cross the creek, there's a snake that lives there. But the snake is afraid of water. So as long as you stay on this side of the creek, you're safe. And he looked over, and in the narrows of the creek, a limb had fallen, a limb like a bridge. Oh, I must warn the old mouse, he said. And he went back under the berry bush, but he smelled something strange. And there was no old mouse in the hole. The strange smell was snake. Oh, old mouse. If he had a dream, he never saw the far off land. And little mouse proceeded on his journey. And now he's crossing the deserts and going into the great prairie lands. So he's being very careful, but he's very tired. And he sees a boulder and he thinks, I'll climb that boulder and rest a bit. So he climbs up on the boulder and he realizes that it's a shaggy boulder and he hears a great moan. And he realizes he's on a great and majestic beast, and it's a great bison. Oh, great one, said little mouse. What is the matter? Why are you moaning so sadly? Oh, I'm here to die, said the old bison. I cannot see. And if I cannot see, I cannot survive. Oh, well, little mouse had met a frog along the way. And the frog had asked little mouse his name, and he had said, Little mouse. And he said, well, that's no name. That name will not give you strength for the journey. And he had named little mouse Jumping Mouse. And Jumping Mouse had felt a tingling in his legs when this happened. And he had developed these great jumping legs that were twice as good at jumping as his old legs. And he thought about this and he looked at the buffalo and he said, you know, I'm not magic like the magic frog that helped me, but I will give you a name, Seeing Mouse. And when he did this, the great buffalo let out a noise and said, oh, I see the blue sky. I see the beautiful grasses. I see the mountains in the distance. Oh, little mouse, you are a small being, but you've done a great thing. But little mouse realized that he had given his sight away. He couldn't see at all. He was a little bit frightened. Oh my, said the buffalo, what have you done? Well, said little mouse, I still want to go to the faraway land. Well, and I have hope in my heart that I will get there. Well, you move under the rhythm of my hooves, said the bison, and I will take you to the prairie's edge. So the little mouse got into the pattern of the rhythm of the movement of the bison, and safe from the shadows in the sky, crossed the great prairie. And when they got to the other side, the bison said, well, this is as far as I go, because I am a creature of the prairie. But oh, thank you, little mouse. Are you going to be okay? Oh, said little mouse, you know, I think I can smell the pine trees in the mountains on the breeze. He says, I think if I just follow that fragrance, I'll find my way. So they parted ways, and little mouse started going along. Couldn't see. He was feeling his way and smelling the pines. And then he felt something under his paws, and it felt like fur. And then he smelled wolf, and he was frozen. But nothing happened. And again he heard a sigh. Wolf? Yes. What's wrong? Oh, I'm dying. I'm a foolish wolf. I misused my power of smell, and now I have no power of smell anymore. And without that, I'm just going to lay here and die. Oh, no, said little mouse. I have a little magic. I'm going to give you a name to help you along your journey. I name you Smelling Mouse. And suddenly there was a great howl. Anybody howl like a wolf? Oh, happy wolf. I can see clearly now. Okay, so the wolf could smell, excuse me, wrong sense. The wolf could smell, and he could smell the pine trees. He was so happy. But then he looked at the little mouse and he said, "Oh, little mouse, what have you done?" And little mouse, "Well, can't smell much, and that's how I was moving forward. So now you are blind and you can't smell. My goodness, what are you going to do?" "I don't know, but I have hope in my heart," said little mouse. "Well, I'll tell you what. I will get you into the mountains," said the wolf. "You just follow the rhythm of my paws and stay beneath me so the shadows in the sky don't find you." And so this is what they did. And they came to the mountain, and up the mountain they went. And the wolf said to little mouse, he said, "Well, this is where I leave you. I think we're close." "Oh, I'll be okay," said the mouse. And they parted ways. "Thank you, little mouse." But little mouse was frightened, and he had a tear in his eye. And then suddenly he heard a familiar voice. And that voice was that magic mouse that had given him his jumping legs. Oh, that magic frog that had given him his jumping legs. And the frog said, "Oh, little mouse, you're here. You're in the faraway land. You came all this way with so many sacrifices, giving away so much, but here you are." He said, "Little mouse, jumping mouse, I want you to jump. Jump as high as you can." And the little mouse jumped. And when he jumped, he felt as though something were lifting him up. And he raised his little arms and his little paws. And suddenly he felt himself rising. And suddenly he could see the sky and the earth below and the river. And he could smell the pines on the breeze. And the magic frog said, "Jumping mouse, I give you a new name. Your name is Eagle."
Dave Grebner will now invite us into a moment of play.
The wheel of the year has made another turn. One season has passed into the next. When we celebrate these occasions, we remind ourselves that we humans do not stand apart from the world, but rather we are a part of our earth, and our lives move in rhythm with the cycles of nature. Welcome to summer.
Welcome to summer.
Yeah. The sun is our ultimate source of warmth and light. Each day, but especially now, it shines brightly and spreads around the world.
It sure does.
Even as it gives its light and energy to each of us, it is never diminished by the sharing of its power. The sun passes over us to our experience in a seemingly never-ending cycle. Today, we share that light with each other, passing it around, spreading our own indistinguishable light. Ah! Oh.
It's the sun. It's hot. It's hot. Hot potato.
Oh.
I'm going to run defense on these candles here. Keep it over here.
Hey.
It's hot,
Oh,
hot,
there
hot.
we go. For those at home, join in with us by lightly tossing your stone or small totem in your hands like a hot potato. Have a bit of fun with it. Woo! All right. Okay. All right. seated. If you've ever had the experience of having a tarot card reading, you might have been fortunate enough to have seen this image. This is the Sun card. We refer to it as fortunate because that is exactly what it represents. Success, happiness, hope, self-confidence, and the attainment of knowledge. It can have other interpretations depending on the context of the reading. But it generally tells us that when the sun is shining down on us, we can expect good things. Don't we all feel a little bit happier on a sunny summer day? I invite Holly Green to share a reading with us.
As lead into our celebration today, I will share the poem Talking with the Sun by Joy Harjo. Joy Harjo is a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, First Nations people. I believe in the sun, in the tangle of human failures of fear, greed, and forgetfulness. The sun gives me clarity. When explorers first encountered my people, they called us heathens, sun worshippers. They didn't understand that the sun is a relative, that it illuminates our path on this earth. After dancing all night in the circle, we realize that we are a part of a larger sense of stars and planets dancing with us overhead. When the sun rises at the apex of the ceremony, we are renewed. There's no mistaking this connection, though Walmart might be just down the road. Humans are vulnerable and rely on the kindnesses of the earth and sun. We exist together in a sacred field of meaning. Our earth is shifting. We can all see it. I hear it from my Inuit and Yupik relatives up north that everything has changed. It's so hot, there's not enough winter. Animals are confused. Ice is melting. The quantum physicists have it right. They are beginning to think like Indians. Everything is connected dynamically at an intimate level. When you remember this, then the whole current wobble of the earth makes sense. How much more oil can be drained without replacement, without reciprocity? The sun rose up over the city, but I couldn't see it amidst the rain. Though I was not at home, bundling up the baby to carry her outside, I carried this newborn girl within the cradle board of my heart. I held her up and presented her to the sun, so she would be recognized as a relative, so that she won't forget this connection, this promise, so that we all remember the sacredness of life. I would like to invite Renee Shaw for a brief reflection.
By the full power of the sun, all is illuminated. We see things with absolute clarity. With our outward vision, we can look around us and see each other here in the sanctuary, among the familiar faces of our community of worshipers. With our inward vision, we can look within ourselves, using the power of illumination to examine parts of our thoughts, our minds, and our hearts. We have the opportunity now to take an honest look at all the things in our lives that appear to us now in the fullness of light. Are we giving our honest effort to the things we labor on? Are we keeping on track with projects or goals? Are we staying true to the promises we make? Are we upholding our principles and our values even when to do so is an inconvenience to us? Are we giving fully of ourselves to those we love? Are we being loving to ourselves even when to do so is also sometimes difficult to do? Reflect on this now.
So this is the gift of Litha. This moment of examination upon what really matters in our lives. This time when we allow the full light of the sun, and it's here, to clear away all of the shadowy spaces and the dark corners of our minds, if just for a brief moment. But what about all that happiness and joy, all that wonderful stuff we were talking about? Still here, still present, perhaps just waiting. Rarely has anyone walked the road to success without pausing to reflect, to review, or to correct their course if needed. We are going to offer this chance to you now. A minute ago, we used our inner vision here to take an honest look at ourselves and the things going on in our lives. Now, with clarity of vision, determine for yourself what it is you may need to adjust, to correct, or amend in order to have your success and your joy. Or if you can honestly say that you feel you're on the right path, take this time to rededicate yourself to it. When you know what it is you need to adjust, or when you're ready to commit to your joy or happiness, receive a piece of paper from Autumn, imbue it with your intentions, and then hand it to Julie, and we will safely create a bit of illumination. Well, I'm here. We're good. Yeah. Pour some of that wax down the bottom. Yeah, inside there for now. We can get it clean. We'll help hold it. There you go. Better flame. A quick note on this portion of the ceremony. We're going to be playing some music as we conduct this. There will be a song played twice over the speakers. The lyrics will be on the screens above. We'll hear this song play through twice. When the song cuts out, we here in the congregation are going to continue the beat. As you come up and partake, there are drums, rattles, maracas right here in this basket. Please take one with you back in your seat and help us create a little bit of good energy. May the sun shine brightly upon your path. Please join us as you are willing and able. If you need some assistance or would like the flash paper brought to you and then carried to the candle, please raise your hand. This is We Rise by Batia Levine.
We rise, humbly hearted rise, won't be divided, rise, with spirit to guide us, rise, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here in hope, in prayer. We find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here and we rise. All of the children rise. Elders with wisdom rise. Ancestors survive. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here in hope, in prayer. We find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here. humble-hearted rise, won't be divided, rise, with spirit to guide us, rise, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer, we're right here, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer, we're right here, and we rise, all of the children rise, elders with wisdom rise, ancestors surround us rise, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer, we're right here, in hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here, in hope, in prayer, we're right here,
Dave and Renee.
Wow, that was great. I like that. The moment something achieves its peak, it must inevitably begin its decline. No sooner than the fruit is at its most ripe, it begins to wither and fall. So too will the sun now begin its gradual decrease. Its warmth will still be felt, but its light will lessen each day from now until the winter solstice. Right, Renee?
Take these tokens as a reminder of the brightness and clarity of this day. Look upon them when things seem uncertain. Remember the joys of the summer sun and let it light your path always. So mote it be.
Our rite is nearly done. Let us now give our gratitude to the divine in its many forms for allowing us the gift of this day. Dear ancestors, Holy Revealer, Great Father, Blessed Mother, By all of your names, we thank you for sharing our circle and filling our hearts with your presence. Quarter callers, please take your positions. As we release the quarters, the congregation is invited to echo after each direction with the phrase, "Be with us always."
Spirit of the North, be with us always.
Be with us always. Be with us always.
Spirit of the South, be with us always.
Be with us always.
Spirit of the East, be with us always.
Be with us always. May the sun shine brightly upon your path. So mote it be.
Mote it be.
Now we're going to close out with a song I think everyone knows. Oh, sorry. We have something else to do first. I'm warm in this. I invite Gary Chatham up to extinguish our chalice. Kind of important.
Yeah. Sorry.
Pages tend to multiply.
There we go.
There we are.
So this is Litha Chalice Extinguishing by Allison Ehrman. Hold on to this flame. Tend to it well. Mother it in the bosom of your being. From its steady warmth, grow a garden, and share the fruit with everyone you encounter. So then, like you already said, Tony, let's close out with this fun little tune. Please rise in body or spirit as you're able, and sing the chorus of You Are My Sunshine. We'll sing it 3 times through.
3 times. The 19th century American clergyman and abolitionist Henry Ward Beecher wrote, "The sun does not shine for a few trees and flowers, but for the wide world's joy." We leave this space having given examination to our own hearts, our deeds, and our personal principles. In a flash of light, we have recommitted ourselves to our paths and to hold these things to our highest and best levels. And hopefully we had a bit of fun as well. Summertime now calls us to step outdoors, turn our faces upwards to feel the warmth of the sun's energy and to glory in its light. May the sun shine brightly upon your path. Our worship is ended. Let our service begin.